we start with you, Wave.
Oh, all right. I hate picking favorites because it's like almost impossible. But if I have to choose, it's a toss up between two songs right now. At first, I thought it was gonna be Balance because it's got that really cool bouncy swingy feel, and it also did that reggaeton part that's just like, where'd that come from? And the drums, such a mind bender what Akane is doing because she keeps changing the feels like swing. Even in the fills, she switches between triplets and even notes. So it's so interesting. But I need to go with Hate because there's so much passion in the lyrics. Like Ryan read in his sultry voice on whatever day that was. You just can't beat a song that's so driven by passion, I feel like. And also, I'm a sucker for the scales that Konami was playing with the. I actually figured it out so I could show you what I'm talking about. The. It's just so sexy. And she actually changes scales mid riff. Like she starts in the E Dorian, it sounds like, and then switches to E Phrygian major, which has that whole half step in there. So
Nice.
just like my favorite sound you can get on guitar, those intervals. And Psyche's vocal melody in the chorus that. Just so satisfying. So anyway, that's what I'm going with. And the hilarious lyrics are just the cherry on top.
Very true.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Ryan?
You made for you again.
Ryan's dying on us.
Where's father?
Champ, you go while Ryan comes back.
It just reminded me of that super bad scene where like he's trying to talk to the girl over the phone, but his phone's breaking up, and he's just like, "Fucking pussy ass, fucking bitch person."
Yeah.
Listen, I haven't listened to the album enough at this point to really decide what is going to be like my favorite going forward, because I've still only listened on that first listen that we did, because I'm still waiting to record my full breakdown, which I'm going to do over on my Patreon on Monday. I mean, right off the top of my head, Crallium, I think is like it's top 5 BAND-MAID song for me. So I don't know if anything on there is going to beat it, even with like, a considerable amount of more listens. I just think that that's exactly written for me, with the leads and the harmonies and just everything about that song is like perfect for me. But out of the new ones that we hadn't heard yet, I got to agree with Wave on that one. That Hate is just, I love Hate. It was so cool, man. The lyrics made it like 10 times better than it already was. But the first listen around, man, like I said, it kind of reminded me the most of like a Black Hole version. It was like the black hole of this album, or as close to it, and it doesn't sound the same, but as close to it as you can get, just because it's so chaotic and still maintains that sort of like harmonic feel to it, that very melodic feel to it, even with being so chaotic and all over the place. So that's probably going to end up being the one that I lose my mind over the most as I listen to it. But I think Corallium, for just like a complete song, everything that it has is everything that I like in a BAND-MAID song. So I'm probably still sticking with that one.
Nice.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, that's a really good song. I mean, I forgot how good it was until we heard it again on an EP. I was like, oh shit, because it's not really my normal playlist of BAND-MAID songs. And I was like, I keep forgetting about that song.
Yeah, it's because whenever they put out those songs that are on like a
With
single,
Hibana?
and just like, there's only like 3 songs on it or whatever. It doesn't, you could just easily skip over that because you'll be playing like discs on, full albums or whatever. And, if Spotify or YouTube Music isn't like, hey, what about this single? It's like, you might just forget about it completely. They have like 150 songs or whatever.
At least with this EP, it's on YouTube Music, so it's easier for me. Because I have YouTube Music, so it's easier to like play it. I either do that or rip the CD. So it's like, I'm so happy all this is on YouTube Music.
YouTube Music. It's all about that. Also, by the way, I heard that from Ryan, actually, that if you listen to the new EP on YouTube Music, you can actually hear a lot more than you can hear from like a Spotify, or if you're just listening on regular YouTube, right?
Yeah. When I was using Spotify Works, it had all BAND-MAID's albums, and my Spotify flipped out on my phone. It wouldn't work, so I just switched over to YouTube Music, and it has less, but it sounded way better. And then I was checking them out. I was mowing my yard and had these headphones on. I heard so much stuff in there that I didn't hear from when we even listened to it when we reviewed it.
Nice.
So
Are
yeah,
are you sure you weren't just hearing your lawnmower?
it's an electric lawnmower, so it's not like super loud. It's pretty quiet.
That was my first question too.
I know. I was waiting for somebody. Are you sure we heard you more? No.
Scott was saying that about Hibana not being on the EP, but then they wouldn't really have a reason to get that EP, right? Because I think,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Single, yeah.
yeah. So
Good marketing.
Yeah,
it really is. It's
Yeah,
It's-
there might be
it
a
sits in
special
there.
edition in the future that has it.
Yeah, but yeah, if you most people, I mean not most, but a lot of people they're making a playlist. They're adding Habana on there because it fits in there so well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
What about you,
Yeah,
Alan?
Ryan, how about you, man?
Oh,
Well,
did Ryan not answer yet? Sorry.
No, because my
Oh, I'm
whatever
sorry, sit
happened.
down.
I thought we were just going to skip him. Fine. You can be part of it.
So first thought is Hate. That's a really cool song. I like. It's pretty aggressive, but that chorus comes along and it sounds so fucking just it's just wonderful. It's a wonderful thing that happens. I love it. And so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and go with From Now On because it's such a cool instrumental and it kicks off the whole thing and it's a really great instrumental. It's probably one of the best I think out
Nice
of what they
mystery.
have. And then so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and go with Unleash, like I just said, and such a cool song. And so I'm gonna stick with Isle.
So what's your worst song on the EP?
Yeah, what's your least favorite? What song do you hate the most? No, I was kidding.
Hibana, because it's not actually on there. I don't have to really answer. I don't know, man. They're all so freaking good. This is the problem with this band. It's you pick one and you feel bad for the other ones. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, you're good too. You're my favorite now. No, you're my favorite. So yeah,
Nice.
there's my thoughts on that.
Yeah, I don't really, I'm with you, Ryan, because I don't have a favorite yet, because I haven't listened to it since, other than I've listened to Influencer over and over and over again. So my favorite's gonna be Influencer right now, and I mean I've listened to Unleash many times too. Unleash grew on me really fast, but Influencer now has a more emotional meaning for me, so like fuck. So that's like easily my favorite. So
If you haven't seen it yet, make sure you go check out Alan's video where he talks about the lyrics in Influencer.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
yeah, and I know it wasn't completely correct. Like I said, when I did that video, I specifically didn't want to hear anyone's opinion on it. I really wanted to make it, what the hell does it trigger in my brain? That's what the whole video is about. I could be completely wrong. And some people brought up some really good points. I'm like, oh shit, that is what she's talking about. I'm like, I was completely wrong on that. But that was just me just sharing what initially came to my brain. Because I was like, I'm not gonna read any Reddit posts. I'm not gonna read nothing. I'm just gonna. So, and then I was inspired by a message somebody sent me. Donnie, shout out to you, sent me a message on Instagram. He's like, hey, did you check out the lyrics? What did you think of the lyrics? Influencer. I'm like, oh yeah, it's kind of about what the fuck we're doing. I was like, let me listen to it. And then I started, getting into it. And yeah, I was just, all of a sudden I was just typing paragraphs of stuff. And I was like, oh shit, okay, I'm gonna talk about this now, I guess.
For more whatever that was, be sure to subscribe to Gaijin Guys and turn on the notifications so you can be part of the live stream every Sunday. You can also find us wherever you listen to podcasts, and you can find more exclusive content on Patreon. So we'll see you there. Thank you so much.